We're going to stay in the Sunshine State and head to Jacksonville for the Jaguars regional tournament. For more info and everything you see right there, find a league near you. You can visit NFLflag.com. All right, let's take a look at the NFL quarterback landscape right now. Seats are getting filled quickly, okay? Now that Russell Wilson signed with the Giants, Justin Fields, he's with the Jets, Geno Smith with the Raiders, and that doesn't leave many spots for Aaron Rodgers. You see the blank faces over there to the side. We're going to now look to the Browns and Titans, who both have an option to draft a quarterback in the top two. Then the Steelers, who seem to be one of the only options for A-Rod. Take a listen to Steelers leader Cam Hayward last week on the Rodgers situation.
I ain't doing that darkness retreat. I don't mean any of that crap. Like, either you want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler or you don't. That's simple. That's the pitch. Like, if you want me to recruit, that's the recruiting pitch. You know, Pittsburgh Steelers, if you want to be part of it, so be it. If you don't, no skin on my back. I want to play football. I'm tired of talking about the quarterback situation. I'd rather have it done. I'm ready to move on in the free agency. There's too much going on.
So that was last week. Today, Hayward was on NFL Network and clarified those comments. Take a listen to how it's changed now.
I was asked the question of, would you go to the lengths of going to a darkness retreat to recruit Aaron Rodgers? I said, I'm not doing that. The pitch is, if you want to be a Steeler, be a Steeler. That's all it was. It wasn't meant that I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I'm against it. If you come to the Pittsburgh Steelers, the goal is to win. We haven't had the success we want, but the goal is still in mind to raise the Lombardi and bring that seventh one to Pittsburgh.
Oh, man. The tunes are changing, Adam. How does this latest Giants move impact Aaron Rodgers in this situation, and where do the Steelers stand in all of this?
The Steelers are waiting for an answer from Aaron Rodgers, and he hasn't given them one yet, and so nobody knows exactly what Aaron Rodgers is doing. I have had people say to me they wonder if Aaron Rodgers is even going to play this year. Don't know the answer to that, but the fact of the matter is he was with the Steelers for 6 hours on Friday, meeting with their coaches. He's known of the Steelers' interest all along. They've wanted him, and here we are in late March. He's yet to commit to them. Right now, that's his only option, Pittsburgh or not playing, and he hasn't committed. So if he's not committing to Pittsburgh, the other option is sitting out, retiring, waiting around in the hopes that maybe one day the Minnesota Vikings job does come open at some point in time, or there's another opportunity with another contender. But right now, I think there are questions about whether Aaron Rodgers would go to Pittsburgh or whether he would continue playing. And until we hear from him, we don't know actually what will happen. But I can tell you, in talking to people, that seems to be the belief. It's Pittsburgh or it's not playing.
All right, you may have noticed that Booger McFarland joined the show. So welcome, Boog. We're so glad to have you. And one of my favorite things about watching Cam Hayward talk was your smile while he was talking. What do you think about all of this, and what should happen with the Steelers?
Well, that's kind of how everybody feels, Laura. I think that Cam Hayward, from the standpoint, he's speaking for pretty much everybody on that team, maybe outside of the offensive coordinator and the head coach. Like, at some point, man, if you're Aaron Rodgers, decide if you're going to play or not. I think at this point, the juice is not worth the squeeze, but I get it. You give DK Metcalf $150 million. You got George Pickens. You have Pat Freiermuth. You got to have somebody competent to throw the football. No disrespect to Mason Rudolph, but enough is enough. If you want to play football, let's play football. Like the dog and pony show of Aaron Rodgers, we've seen this his entire career. And every time we as a network are mesmerized. When is he going to sign? Where is he going to play? What's he going to do? I'm like Cam Hayward. I'm over it because the dude, quite frankly, is not the Aaron Rodgers that we used to know, the four-time MVP. And I get it. He may be the best and only option for the Steelers. But let's stop acting like this dude is the second coming of what he was 10 years ago, because he's not. And I think that's what you hear from Cam Hayward. And most likely you hear from a lot of leaders on that team, Lou.
Yeah, Boog, I don't think anybody believes he's the second coming anymore. I think everyone knows where he's at in his career. I think people do believe, relative to the Pittsburgh situation, though, that he offers an upgrade. He offers an upgrade over what they had a year ago and what they've had in recent years. And I think that's what people are after, as far as the people who are really Pittsburgh Steelers fans and Pittsburgh Steelers supporters. And I think the thing is, though, what's interesting about this, look, I said all along, I think they need one another. I think Aaron needs an organization like Pittsburgh at this point in his career, and Pittsburgh definitely needs him. There are a lot of people And it's not a scientific poll. I didn't go out there and poll 1 million people or 500,000 people. But I've had enough people who I know who are Pittsburgh Steelers fans and some who I don't know who are Steelers fans who have hit me up and been like, we're tired of this. We're done with this. Like, why doesn't he want to play? Why doesn't he want to play for us? Why is he taking so long? Like, and I'm telling you, I have not heard a single person go, hey, let's just wait. We should continue to wait. We should be patient with this. People are tired of it. I don't know if Aaron cares about that. I just know people are tired of waiting. And look, Cam is trying to kind of walk it back and go, hey, look, man, we're the Steelers. Of course we would want you. Of course you would represent an upgrade. We're trying to win games. We have a storied history, et cetera, et cetera. But underneath, he's sitting there going, do I really have to go back and, clarify this? We all know what I'm really thinking. We all know what everybody's thinking. Just make a damn decision. And it's hard, man. You're seeing people twist themselves in pretzels trying to kind of, play to this man as far as, trying to get him to, decide. While at the same time, you can hear in the back of their mind, they're sitting there going, we're over it. We're over it, man. Just decide if you're going to do it or not.
I will peel back the curtain just a little bit here because, it's our jobs to talk about the news, and that's what we do. But it's not like we're all really loving talking about this, okay? Like, Boog, you say the whole network's mesmerized by this. I don't know about that. Maybe I'm speaking for myself.
We talk about it like Aaron Rodgers is going to win the MVP next year. Like, I'm like, everybody's tired of it. Make a damn decision and move on, dude. Like, come on.
All right. We told him. Okay, the other spot that some have considered to still open is Minnesota. And this is where, we've wondered if Aaron Rodgers could be in the mix there. The Vikings GM spoke today, was asked about the possibility of signing Rodgers, considering J.J. McCarthy is the only quarterback on the roster. Here's what he said.
Where we are scenario-wise, we didn't think it was the right move at this time. It is also his decision to whether he signs with another team, not. That's ultimately up to another player. For me to sit here and say that, anything's 100% forever, that's just not the job, right? Obviously, things can change, but right now we're really happy with our room, and we're going to look to upgrade it in different ways. But for now, we're really excited.
Is J.J. McCarthy the guy you guys think is going to be QB1?
You guys all talk in terms of QB1 and all those conversations, different things like that. When we pull the resources we did to draft JJ, and you go through that long process and all those things, I can't stand up here and say that's the outcome we want, and that's the outcome we're headed towards. At every checkpoint, whether it been the draft process or practice until the injury, or really the offseason now, he's met the bar. I mean, he's exceeded our expectations at every point.
So, Adam, maybe the door slightly left open still for Rodgers, Minnesota. You think that happens?
No, I don't think it happens, but yes, the door is open there. Like, they didn't shut it. They didn't say, this is not happening. They keep saying, at this time, not right now. And that is the plan. At this time, not to sign Aaron Rodgers. Not right now to sign Aaron Rodgers. But what happens if they go to training camp, and what if they're not really pleased with how J.J. McCarthy looks? What if Aaron Rodgers is still sitting out there? There's a lot of ways this still can unfold. No, I don't think they're thinking about signing Aaron Rodgers. I don't think that that's what they intend to do, but they also have not completely dismissed it and said it's not happening. And in a way, that's Kwesi Adolfo-Mensa's job, is to make sure that he's always looking to upgrade the roster. And if there's a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers who's out there who has been interested in going to Minnesota, then why would you not keep that open? So they're not ready to completely squash it right now, but they keep using qualifiers that make you wonder if in time there's a scenario that could happen where maybe Aaron Rodgers could wind up there.
Barring health, J.J. McCarthy is going to be the starting quarterback. And I get the qualifiers and all those things. I'll tell you guys a quick story. My second year in Tampa, I was second team behind Brad Culpepper. They cut Brad Culpepper. I knew the moment they cut Brad Culpepper, I was the starter. Nobody needed to call me and tell me I was the starter. They didn't need to proclamize that I was going to be the starter. They didn't need to put in the newspaper that I was going to be the starter. I had some common sense. The guy that I was backing up, they cut, so I knew I was next in line. Regardless whether they announced J.J. McCarthy as a starter or not, they drafted him 10th overall. If his health is good, he will be the starting quarterback, bar none.
Tell him, Boog. I mean, here's the thing, guys, as we go to break. I'm not trying to say I have any idea what's going on in Aaron Rodgers' head, but you do wonder if the wait here has something to do with him just seeing if that door in Minnesota could open up a little bit wider, much better situation potentially for him. All right, we got to go. We got more to get to. Sorry, I keep
We just got to work Aaron Rodgers in, don't we?
That wasn't me. I didn't make that choice, Boog. All right, New England. Let's talk about them next. They got a new star wide receiver in Stephon Diggs. Can his veteran presence push the Patriots to the next level? Lewis says it all comes down to one thing. That's next.
Chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn làm vòng. Và hôm nay của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là số 4. Mọi người, hôm nay vòng của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là số 5. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu làm nha.